This is one of my science tutorials, and today we're going to talk about the Biosphere and Hydrosphere. As a review, Earth is divided into four major spheres, which are Geosphere, Hydrosphere, Atmosphere, and Biosphere. Now, I'm going to talk about the Hydrosphere. It is the region of Earth made up of water, which includes oceans, rivers, lakes, clouds, groundwater, and glaciers. 70% of Earth is covered with water. It also comes in three different forms, which are solid, liquid, and gas. By solid, liquid, and gas, I mean that solid is ice cubes and glaciers, liquid is just plain water, and gas is water vapor. There is two types of water, which are salt water and fresh water. 97% of water is salt water, 2% of water is fresh water, and 1% of water is frozen in the poles. Now I want to talk about the water cycle. In the water cycle, first water evaporates, then condensation happens, then precipitation comes as rain or snow, then water goes into a river, lake, or ocean. In this image, you can see first water is evaporating from the ocean, then condensation is happening in the clouds, then precipitation is coming as rain, then it's going to a lake, then to an ocean. Now, I'm going to talk about the biosphere. It is the region of the earth containing living things such as humans, plants, and animals. It is made up of biomes such as deserts, rainforests, grasslands, and coral reefs. It ranges from height up to 10 kilometers above sea level to depths of the ocean at more than 8 kilometers deep. The biosphere takes up 0.0008% of our Earth. Now I'm going to talk about the food chain. The food chain is a big part of the biosphere. It is a series of steps in which organisms transfer energy by eating and being eaten. This chain usually begins with the primary producer, then a herbivore, and finally a carnivore. In this image, you can see that plants is the producer, the grasshopper eats the plants, the rat eats the grasshopper and the plants, and the eagle eats the rat, the grasshopper, and the plants. In this case, fungi is the decomposer. The structure of the biosphere has the three components, which are biotic, abiotic, and energy. The biotic component includes plants, animals, and humans, which are living things. The abiotic component is non-living elements, which are essential for survival of all living organisms. The energy component is essential for the production and generation of all biological life on Earth. Living thing examples are fungi, plants, protists, animals, archaea, and bacteria. Non-living things are air, salinity, soil, temperature, light, and water, minerals, and also minerals, pH2, and humidity. Now I'm going to talk about how biosphere interacts with the hydrosphere. 1. Water. The hydrosphere provides water for the biosphere to function, grow, and live. Animals, which is the biosphere, drinks water, which is hydrosphere. 2. Living things. Fish, which is the biosphere, needs water, which is hydrosphere, to live and swim. And it also provides a place for the fish and other sea creatures to live. 3. Flood. The flood destroys the places where humans, which is part of the biosphere, live. And it also kills a lot of animals biosphere. You may not notice, but it actually does kill a lot of animals. 4. Trees absorb water. There are three stages in how trees absorb water, which are interception, infiltration, and transpiration. In interception, rain falls on the tree's leaves, branches, and trunk. Some of it is absorbed by the tree, and the remaining water goes back into the atmosphere. In infiltration, water that falls through the tree canopy soaks into the ground and gets absorbed by the tree's roots. And it also trees add capacity for the soil to store even more stormwater. In transpiration, the tree draws water out of the ground to use as fuel for photosynthesis. water is released back into the air as water vapor. It also helps to cool the air and reduce high temperatures in the summer. You might be wondering, how can those interactions really help us? Well, they provide us with enough food and water to eat and drink. It also helps us by creating oxygen to breathe and live. And floods inundate wetlands with fresh waste. They deposit nutrient-rich sediments that support both plants and animals' life. It also adds nutrients to lakes and streams that help support healthy fisheries. These are my citations. And thanks for watching my presentation. See you in my next video.